You ready? Okay. Yes. We're going. Yes. Everybody knows you're late. Yes, believe me, they know. They know you're running late. Okay, I'll let them know that you had a problem that couldn't be resolved and had to be. It's your fault. Yes. Okay, you ready? Ready? Okay, one, two, three. Ready to go. Okay, welcome to episode 46 of Muddin and Bees Live. We are ready to go. Sorry, folks, we're running late tonight. I've been busy all day painting, and I got behind, and I did. I'm trying to get my show ready here, and I just didn't get to hush it, zip it, and shut up. I just didn't get home. I had to go to grocery shopping, and I hadn't had anything to eat. Had stopped to eat. Had to. Anyways, I'm here. I'm ready to rock. A little out of breath because I've been running around. So hope y'all are well tonight. Hey GT, how you doing? Hey Miss Hippie, how you doing? Oh yeah, I got made new biscuits today, so he'll be biscuit up here. All right, couple biscuits. All right, we're gonna get down to business. Okay, all right. I think he took off. I see Haha was hanging around here, and Siggy was lurking in the background there. All righty. Okay, so I'm gonna catch my breath here. Woo! Been a long day. Okay, so we're let's get rid of the pleasantries and start there. I think.
You think you know me? You think you know my struggles, my pain, my journey? Let me tell you something. Don't judge me by what you see or hear. I didn't walk this path to impress anyone. People love to point fingers, to act like they know everything. They don't know my story. You don't know what I had to sacrifice. Because everything I've become was built from battles you never saw.
Okay, so we're ready to go here. Okay, so where do I start? Where do I start? Where do I begin? You've had two biscuits, and that's plenty. Plenty. Okay. Looks like my camera's a little bit wonky tonight. Hello. Okay. I don't know what's up with that. Okay. Hello, Miss Virginia. All right. I think I'm getting down to it. Okay. So let's start off with I would like to make a public service announcement that one of our own is in need of some extra love and light this week, and I would like you all to focus your love and light towards this individual, this creator, Old Flood researcher. He's an OG. I'm sure you all know him, or you should know him. And that would be Conspiracy RS. And I would appreciate you all sending love and light to Conspiracy RS. I don't know much, but one of my wonderful viewers sent me some information, letting me know that Conspiracy RS got something from someone. That's all I know. That's all the information I have. I don't know what the deal is, but I don't know if it's terrible or it'll be all right or whatever. But I'd like to put let's see. I'm gonna put Conspiracy RS's link in the chat, and any donations you can send Conspiracy RS to help him out in his time of need. I know we've all made mistakes and had problems in our life, but that all I know is he got something from someone, And you know, let's just show him some love and tell him that Big sent you. But if you want to, you know, send some support his way, I know he could really use it at this time. We all know that he's the leader and the OG, the originator of the Pittsburgh hump cut research, and so we want to make sure that he's taken care of with all his whatever's going on there. So if you could, you know, go and send some love and light to his channel, I'd appreciate that. We want to make sure that we take care of our own, and you know, working together, I think, is better than you know, not working together. So in this, you know, in this time of need, let's definitely take care of him. So that being said, Siggy has informed me that he's pretty much going to drown me if I continue with the Pittsburgh hump cut research that I've been doing. But I'm going to take my chances and roll a dice. And we have 2 more weeks, this week and next week, to get through the pictures of the hump cut. So we're going to continue and finish that out. And I know you guys are maybe getting tired of it. I know it's overwhelming. And I assure you, every picture's original. Every picture's different. But it's something I need to do. And we're going to continue with that. And let me see here. I wanted to share. Let me see here. I wanted to share a little something I was working on this week. Let me get rid of this. Is that okay? Shares the screen. And I continued on with my sandboard fire maps this week. I only got one section done this week, but it's very helpful, I think. So continuing on, let's see, this week I did 80, 81, 7, or let's see, hold on, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 72, 73, and 74. And that is the section that is outlined here in purple. I guess that's purple. I'm sure the ladies will say, no, that's some sort of shade of something that I'm not going to say. It's purple. Men say purple. Women say 15 other different colors. I don't know why, but they do. Call whatever you want. It's that color right there. Whatever that color is, we're in there. Anyways, that being said, so 72 map. This is, let me go back here a little bit. The hump cut is in green here. That's the original hump cut area, and we're looking this week here at this area here to see what was there. And this is in 1905. And this, everything that is red brick, or everything that is in this, I think it was red originally, but it's supposed to be a brick color. But this is anything that is this color is a brick. Anything is this color is a stone building. Blue is stone churches. And yeller is wood frame building. So there's a lot of details. You got the street names, and it tells sometimes the name of the business. It tells the address right here, 1317. So there's a ton of information. And I'm just going to show you what I found. This is what was there in 1905. This is what is left in this section, in section 72. So I'd give that a rating of maybe 90% gone, if I had to estimate it. Section 73. And I want you to understand that these buildings, these are real deal, that y'all. These are not little things. They're actual brick structures, and every one of these is important. So that's 73, and that is what is left. Everything is green, is gone. So I'd say that's about a 80% gone, maybe 85% gone. Hard to say. This is at page 74, and you can see there's just a ton of buildings. And this thing right here, this high school is massive, a freaking massive high school. And this is what is left. That high school is still there. Hello, Kathy Broughton. How you doing? Hello, Tommy Rogers. What's going on? Hello, Odin's Raven. How's it going tonight? And so you can see what is left there. Everything in green is gone. So this is page 80. And zip it, Skippy. And this everything is gone. Hush it. Zip it. Everything is gone in this one. Hush. Okay, this is page 81. And this is, for some reason, this map is turned. The river's down this way, and everything is gone. Everything is gone. And this is map 82. And everything is gone. Every bit of it. Hush. And this is map 83. And get you a look at that. Okay, and that is what is left. Everything in green is gone. Map 84. Muddin, take a big old cup and shut the fuck up, please. Thank you. Zip it. Zip it up. Thank you. I know I've been busy all day and I've been able to play with you. You got to deal with it. We got a show to do. And this is what's left. Everything in green is gone. Maybe a 50% gone on that one. This is page 85. And getting into a lot more wood frame houses down here, you can see. And I'd say that's about a 90% gone, maybe more. So that's that business. Now, let me see. Hush, please, just hush. Getting on my nerves, man. I wanted to, just for giggles, let's see if we can do this in a way that's going to be not super annoying. I want to try something here. Okay, I'm going to try to find let's say Tustin, Forbes, Seneca, and Jumonville on the map. So let me remove that. Stop screen. Let me share a different screen. Let's see if we can go find that. Make my doodad. Because y'all are asking, like, what? I think y'all are like kind of like wondering, what does this look like in kind of real world? Well, let me give you an idea so that you kind of understand what I'm doing, because maybe I don't explain myself enough sometimes. Okay, so Tustin, Forbes, Jumonville, Seneca. Okay, first thing you do is you find the streets. Okay, now in this block, let me look back. There seems to be, I chose this one because there seems to be a lot left. What are you doing? Oh, this dog's gonna be death me. Um, hold on, a second. Give me just a second, y'all. Let me deal with this dog. Okay. I'm gonna eat that dog one day. One of these days, probably tonight, possibly tonight. Depends on my hunger. Let's see. Okay, where was I? Okay, so let me find my street again. Sorry, folks. That dog, he can be a handful. Um, okay, so what I want to show you is that there is what is kind of left. You know, it is really good. Okay, look at that one. Got an Etherfinial still sitting on top of it. Now these areas are really run down, but there's some really there's a drop in right there. There's some really cool stuff left. I just want to give you an idea of there is a lot gone, but you know, Pittsburgh had some really cool old world stuff. And now these are the residential areas, you know, so and these are really run down. But look at that door. Oh my God, that's not. I mean, come on, really? I mean, now this is a ghetto. Now I think it's really run down. There was definitely parts of this that I felt like were ghetto. Um, but you know, this church, all this stuff is on the map. Everything you're seeing here was on the map in 1905. So this stuff is got a mansard roof. Everything's got mudflood windows all over the place. But it becomes very obvious. See, this was all full up with buildings. Okay, everywhere you see a space, there was a building. Okay, so I just want you to understand that, you know, even though it's difficult um, to go through this and look at this information, do not enter. Oh boy, I love do not enter. I want to show you this high school. This is that big high school. Um, let me get. Let's see. I think the front is better. I remember correctly. But you know, that's you know Old World High School right there. I mean, look at that thing. Look at that. That is something else. Beautiful. Beautiful. So my point is that there is a lot gone. Don't get me wrong, but you can still see the old world. Oh, and I wanted to show y'all this house. I mean, this thing was straight out of a horror movie. I gotta find this house. It's right here somewhere. Yeah, right here. Okay. I'm pretty sure. Wait. Wait, I know it's right here. Let me go. Wait a minute. No, this isn't it. Where is it? Maybe that is it. No. Where is this house? Oh, come on. No. It's got to be. It's right here. Oh, yeah. Y'all got to see this house. Now, looking from the air, right? It don't look like much, but check this shit out. Talk about haunted house, man. Look at that thing. Talk about crazy haunted house. I mean, that is like straight movie level haunted house stuff. And we go back in time, you can see it a little bit better. Um, But you know, that's really cool to me. Look at the detail on that. I mean, how beautiful is that? Look, just oh my goodness. So, anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I thought you might enjoy that. So, okay, so now that we got all that done, and so far Sig has not thrown me in the pond and drowned me, so I guess we're okay to go in and look at our pictures. So, like I said, we got two more nights of this, and then we'll take a break and we'll go and we'll do the regular show, and and we'll do that for a while. Now, I'm going to continue with this hump cut stuff, but I would like to take a break from it for the show, just because I know everybody's burned out on it. I'm burned out on it, and I've been looking at it a lot longer than you guys. So bear with me, and we will get through it. I promise. Um, And so let's get into it. 1913 Diamond Street at Ross Street looking to Grant Street, showing hump cut progress near the Allegheny Courthouse. The hump cut took place in the area of downtown known as Grants Hill. The project began with planning in 1909 and ended with the final cut in 1913. It changed the gradient of, damn, good God, man, of Grant Street, Diamond Street, Oliver, 5th, 6th, Webster, and Wiley Avenues. Please see Frederick Law Olmsted's Pittsburgh main thoroughfares and the downtown district for more information. We will look at that book at some point. So, anyways, I hope you're all doing well. Hey, Siggy. And I appreciate Siggy for coming and joining me on the live chat the other night. That was a fun conversation, as always. And I saw that Haha had just noticed that the beagle is in the boot on my logo for the show. So that's been in there since he was a pup. Matter of fact, I did that for the first MUDDIN and BEAGS live, where he was part of the show. So it's been in there from day one of this particular incarnation of the show. So anyways, y'all got your gander yet? Okay, so let's go and get in there and get us a peek. See what we can find. Got some wheelbarrow. Got another wheelbarrow. That's the Sting machine right there. Look at that. The sidewalk sitting up on the dirt here. So they came through and they dug out the middle first. And so check out that dome back there with the other antennas on there. Got an arc light back here. I've been going all day, y'all. I've been fixing a pair of stairs and then painting them. So anyways, I got that done. So this is really interesting, and this is something that I have pointed out before, but I'm going to point it out again. And this is going to require, I think, more thinking, more research. So this is the Allegheny Courthouse on the right-hand side, okay? This is the Frick building right here, okay? Now, everything on the left is now demolished. So what you'll notice here is that this stone right here, okay, it doesn't go below. You see there's a ledge here, okay? You see that? You can see it real good right there, okay? The stone's here, and then it's sitting on these little nubs, right? Partially, at least to some extent. And the street level was where you see that line, okay? That was the original street level, okay? That line right there. Now, what's important about this is that the official story from the architect states that he designed this building so the stone would go down into the ground because he knew that eventually they would uncover it and level the streets. Now, what's really interesting about this is that when they uncovered this, and there are pictures of this, not sharing the pics. Okay, hold on. Uh-oh. Damn. Why is it not sharing? Oh, sorry, folks. Oh, StreamYard, I love you. You are the best. Y'all send all your money to StreamYard because they're the best. They're the best. I'm telling you, they're the best. StreamYard is the absolute best. I love them. They're my buddies. Okay, let me let you get a gander at that again so I don't talk like a crazy person. Sorry about that, folks. That's weird. I thought I saw it showing it down here below, but I guess it wasn't. Okay, I'm just a cuckoo clock. It's all right. You have to use your imagination, Kathy. Yes, you're Gen X. You can handle it. So, where was I? Whew, let me back up. Okay, so it's been a long day. Um, okay, so everything on the left hand side is now demolished. They did not demolish it during the hump cut. Okay, but then over here on the right hand side we have the Allegheny Courthouse. Okay, you got the Frick building right here. Okay, I forget what these buildings are called, but I believe that these are gone. And you got other antennas back here on this dome structure, which I don't think is there anymore. Pretty sure that's gone too. Anyways, what I'm trying to point out here, what I was talking about that was very important, and we're going to have to talk about it again because, well, it is important because I'm going to have to repeat myself. Here's the deal. So, um, the original street level is this line. Okay, you see the dark stone and then the light stone, right? The dark stone, okay, is where the original street level was. Okay, you can even see the boardwalk they've made over here. It's at the same level. Okay, well, what's important about this is when the architect designed this building, he said that this is on record that he had the stone go all the way down into the ground underneath the street grade because he knew they were going to uncover this area at some point and he just wanted to have the stones already in place. But that is not true. That is not true. And it's provable. And the reason it is provable is because, and I'm going to have to do deeper work on this because it's not apparent unless you've really dug into this like Conspiracy Artist has. But following Conspiracy Artist's lead, and we appreciate all his work. So make sure you go and donate to whatever problem he's having there. He got something from somebody. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I just know it's not good. So what we got here is I have pictures of this hump cut where when they uncovered it originally, these stones were in place. Okay? Now, when they uncovered this, the stones were actually there. Just like the guy said, they were a different color because they were covered with dirt. They didn't have the Pittsburgh city smog on them, but they were there. Then they removed them. Why? Then they put them back and they cut off these little nubs here. Well, not little, but these nubs, okay? They cut these nubs off and they put in blocks. But they didn't put in the same blocks because there's a story that goes that the blocks they put in here are slightly different than the blocks above, that they came from a different quarry. And still to this day, you can see the change in the color of the blocks. That, I think, is critical information. But what the fuck do I know? I just work here. Okay, so moving on. Just put that in your little bag of tricks. And Hippie, every now and then, go ahead and put Conspiracy Artists' links in the chat. Let's go ahead and make sure everybody goes over there, and if they can spare spare a dime or two, that they can go ahead and take care of old Conspiracy Artists. So we got to take care of our own around here. I'd appreciate that. Thank you very much. I want to make sure that everybody's got what they need. Okay, so this is 1913, a view of Hump Cut progress along Dante Alley, looking west from Pentland Street towards 6th Avenue, showing the back of the Eaton Company, Undertaker's building. Okay, all right, got that much. As you know, they just repeat that part. So let you get a gander at that. Bum, 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 bum. And so this right here, okay, let me this is an opinion, okay, and opinions are like tail holes. Everybody's got one. This is my opinion. I believe that the front, I think this is the back of the building. Okay, let me specify it. I think this is the back of the building. You see the hump cut right here. That's that the level was up to here. That means it covered this area. Okay, and you can see it over here. Okay, so this was all underground. You draw a straight line across here. Okay, the dirt came up to about here. I think, from in my opinion, that this stone on this side was already there. I think this stone, where you see these large mortar joints, is something that they did after it was uncovered. Now that is just an opinion. I don't know for sure. I'm speculating my opinion on that, and that's the best I can do there. Um, and somebody might have a better opinion, and if you got a better opinion, let's hear it. Because I don't have all the answers for sure. I don't know. 99% of the shit I need to know. So let's go ahead and share together. So you got an arc light here. Let's see. You got a phone pole going down in that dirt. Look at that. That dirt. Look at that phone pole was really buried. Because let's see. Glass insulators. Little finial there. Got some dental right there. Dog toothing. It's like a probably an areaway right here where they built it out of stone. So that would have been in front of a store. But it could be a foundation, because it looks like some Mudflood windows right there. That this might be a foundation actually, because even though it looks very much like an areaway because of the concrete slab there, because this is a back alley. You can tell by the width that it's a back alley, and there are quite a few back alleys. So there's that. And this is 1913, a view of Hump Cut progress on Cherry Way, looking south from the corner of Lemon Alley. And let's get a gander at that. Bum, 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 bum. Yes, Tommy Roger, you can have liquefaction. You can have mud volcanoes. This is all true. Not the only issue, but the issue I have with a liquefaction event covering these buildings is that if you will study liquefaction, uh, there's plenty of evidence to show that when there is a liquefaction event, that the buildings, when they sink, they subside, and because basically the soil turns to mud, and so the buildings will tilt. That they will not remain true and level. But we have true and level buildings. We have angled mud, but true and level buildings. So that's what makes me believe that there's literally no way a liquefaction event could be the answer. It just doesn't. If it sounds good, it sounds cool. Um, but if you study an actual liquefaction, it would not work. It wouldn't work. Um, a mud. There are mud floods. I mean, we see mud floods still to this day. Got an arc light here. We still see mud floods to this day. And yeah, you have mud volcanoes, but then it's like, you know, how do you get mud volcano? See, I honestly, here's my thing about mud volcanoes being the answer to this is that to mud flood is that um if you really study this shit and you really get down and look at each city um one by one, there becomes a pattern that the mud came in from a certain direction. If you study the mud flows, which I've done that, and it's very telling that the mud came in from an angle, from a certain direction. Now, yes, it went around buildings, but if you really study it, you will find, and you have to study what's there today, but you also have to study what was there yesterday. And the reason being, i.e., a perfect example, the Hump cut, where they leveled the streets. Also, they did the same thing in Raleigh, North Carolina. They leveled streets. They went in and cut down on a minimal level, not a major operation. It was a street here, a street there. It was much more gradual and done over a much broader time. But they graded the streets down. So when I was looking at it originally, I wasn't getting the proper information. But when I started comparing what's there in Raleigh today to the old pictures, a whole new story came right into focus. We got Fred down here. I don't know what this guy's up to. Got some arc lights there and there. Got an ether antenna right there. Some arched windows. Sorry, I'm rambling a bit tonight, I believe. That's okay. I wonder what these things are. Are they like, I don't know what those are. They're odd looking. Laundry? I don't know what that's got to do with laundry. I don't know. Weird. We'll file that under weird. 1913, a view of the Hump Cut progress on O'Neill Alley, looking from Dante Alley. Oh, Sig, I went and watched a video of your guy, the guy you were recommending. Damn, the Way Files, or what? You know what I'm talking about? Anyways, I went and checked out what kind of videos he was, and I searched what his top videos was. It was like his second toppest video was on simulation theory, so I watched that one. And I have seen him before. I didn't know that's who that was. Um, so yeah, I checked it out. Hey, I like them apples. Please don't throw me in the pond, Siggy. Do 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 do. Got Red Man. Scrap and save coupons. I tell you what, look at those old scrap photos from the wars when they were scrapping metals. It's incredible the stuff they were throwing away or scrapping. Whew. I saw a picture the other day about this company that was scrapping out old gas street lamps because they were upgrading to electric, and it was just a pile of these huge street lamps. I'm like, man, how cool is that? Look at these little Mudflood winners down here, and look at this. That's telling. That is falling apart. And you know, another interesting thing is that these buildings that you're looking at are on that the Sanborn fire map from 1905. So you can go and you can look at the Sanborn fire map and then compare the buildings because it'll give you the street, and you can pretty much, you know, with a little gumshoe, and you can pretty much figure out what's what. Um, it's doable, and it's kind of fun, you know, if you ain't got nothing to do, got no life, you know, and got, you know, need something to do. I mean, you know, hey, have at it. I think it's interesting. Then again, I'm a crazy person, so you know that's what us crazy people do. That's all right. That is all right. Bum, 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 bum. I need me a tinfoil tuxedo. This is Hump Cut Steam Shovel on 5th Avenue near Grant Street. Okie dokie. I'm really thankful that whoever took these pictures took so many of them. And the person that this is the Pittsburgh city photographer. He took a bunch of pictures, like 46,000 of these bastards. There's only 458 of the hump cut, but there are 46,000 pictures of Pittsburgh that this guy took. And I've looked through some of them, and they're really, really cool. There's so much information and detail. I don't even know. Like, I wish I could sift it better, like to like look for things, but I don't know. Time will tell. Um, so I'll probably look through that some more because that's where this came from. It's not how I found this, but I don't know how I found this. Oh, this is the original Kaufman's store. And it is now, the building is still there, but they've completely changed the facade. It no longer has the statue on top or the ether antennas. It's got a different clock. The clock's right here. The old saying, meet at the clock or meet at Kaufman's or meet at the Kaufman clock, which is a popular uh, Pittsburgh saying, from what I understand. Check out that Taurus field right there. Anchor Bank. Um, doo, doo, doo. Interesting details up there. Got Fred's coming in here to get some debris out. This is how they did the heavy digging with this thing. And this is interesting. You get these numbers from time to time on them. And I don't know what the numbers mean. I have not found 1,167 photographs. So I don't know why they're labeled that way. I haven't. I don't think there's anything on this that states anything. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. Yeah, get it going here. 1913, a view of Chatham Street between Wiley Avenue and Webster Avenue in the Hump District. Young boys sit on and under the porch of an Italian restaurant and watch two men work on the road. Another man stands on scaffolding on the right near the office of Dr. U. Opinari. Opinari? Okay. All right. And, all right, hold on. It didn't open for some reason. It does that from time to time. Okay. All right, bear with me. See if it does it this way. Nope. All right, bear with me. Do. All right, so it's going to freeze up on me again. All right, maybe we're going too fast. Nope. Bear with me. It's not the first time it's done this. I guess we're burning the server up again. Okay, there we go. All right. This dude's interesting to me. It just has an interesting look. It's Luigi. They just got kids running around in the work zone. Just youngins running everywhere. Ooh, look at that awning. And you can see it's broken here because these are glass plate negatives. That is a broken glass plate negative. These are real, y'all. This ain't no AI mess. Bet y'all about tired of AI mess. Whew. I'm drinking this. I don't know what you call it. It's like a. It's good. It's like a. It's a fresh apple. It's like a mix in between an apple juice and an apple cider. Um, it gets up on you. Excuse me. Pickerings. Arc light. Yep, that I remember that Indonesia liquefaction. Tommy, that was really cool. That is that the one they had on satellite, I believe. Got a Mudflood winner here. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I used to show that on my show. I hadn't shown that in a long time. I like to show it because of the way it could show how mud could like just decimate an area very quickly. I thought it was a very good explanation of that. Um, but I mean, there's quite a few videos mud floods. Look at how they do this. They put these hooks over the top of the building, and then they use these pulleys to come down the side. I'm pretty sure that's not OSHA regulated. We got Fred back here. Fred being the horse to build America. Alrighty. Trying to slow it down a little bit so I don't burn the server up. Seems like if I go too fast, it gets it cranky. Yeah, it's still not doing it. Oh, there it did. Okay, 1913, a view of the road construction on Diamond Street from Cherry Alley to Grant Boulevard in the Hump District. Businesses on the street include a bonds company, Reiner's Fine Candies, and cigars, and G.O.T. Bissell Company law books. Oh boy, I gotta go get me some law books. All right, this is an interesting photograph. There's the steam machine they're using to run the jack cameras. Mudflood winners down here. And look at that. Yeah. Sig, we were talking about this the other night. Look at this plate glass right here. How big that plate glass is. And talking about transport, they're all down. There's another one right there. Talking about transporting those on on horse and cart. I mean, that's incredible. Like to even think that they could do that. No roads, just dirt roads and horse and cart and bumps and holes, and I just can't even imagine it could get in there in one piece. I really can't. It's really quite amazing. This is the Allegheny Courthouse, and I like these flowers up here in the side. Look at that wrought iron right there, and then there's probably a drop in right here. I bet. Yeah, we get our law books there. I need some law books. That way you can respect my authority. Let's see. What we'll find. I don't know. Who knows? Got an arc light right there. A trolley bullet blasting through the work zone. Changing out the plumbing. This is the new plumbing. You see a lot of old plumbing, and then a lot of times you'll see newer plumbing sitting around the sides. These channels are for the new plumbing they're going to drop in. So they did a lot of construction with the plumbing. And 1913, a view of Ross Street from Diamond Street to 4th Avenue in the Hump District. A sign on a building on the right reads "Entrance to Courthouse Annex and Marriage License Office." Okay. Let you get a gander at that. No, I ain't got no airships. You see the original hump cut line there, right down the side there. There's Fred back there in the background hanging out, doing what Fred does. Arc light at their antenna. Another arc light. You see it. It's got on this contraption here, and they could lower this, and because they had to change these lights a lot. Look at that mountain on the other side of the river there. There's the river. Be back over here. New plumbing. Couple Mudflood windows. Look at that wrought iron gate right there. You know, all these buildings are gone. I mean, like, where is all the bricks? What did they do? Like, there's got to be a massive amount of bricks somewhere. Somewhere. Which get have Siggy go look for them. Siggy, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go to Pittsburgh, and you're gonna start digging, and you're gonna find the bricks. Okay? 1913. View of Ross Street from 4th Avenue to Diamond Street in the Hump District. Shot includes a bridge of size connecting the Allegheny Courthouse and the Allegheny County Jail. The bridge was once used to transport prisoners from the courthouse to the jail and is modeled after a bridge in Venice, Italy, with the same name. Fire escape on the building to the right is a spiral staircase. Okay. Do. A lot of work going on there. That's Buffalo Winters down there. Wow, it's something interesting right here. I don't know what that is. Wish I could brighten this up. Fortunately, I can't because I can't download these damn pictures. Arc light there. There's the bridge of size. Which I think is kind of BS because a man could get through that window right there. Maybe not these, no, but this one, yeah. So the prisoner could just jump out the window and be gone. Check out that wrought iron work. That's fancy. Fire escape. Spiral fire escape there. Another arc light. You see the line of the original hump cut right there. Some grumbly beagle. Beagle sitting in my lap, snoring. Let's get a look at that. Yeah, Tommy Rogers reminds me of the story goes that the bricks from the San Francisco fire in 1906 were taken to, I think it was New Zealand, something like that, and they built out an island there, or added to an island or something. If you look into that, you'll see that they did. I mean, that's just a very odd thing. Like, why would you ship bricks all the way across the freaking ocean to build up this random island? Like, why not? Like, it doesn't make sense because I mean, bricks can be reused. Like, why would you do that? It's a very odd story. Anyways, I don't make the stories up. Somebody else is in charge of that. Do. Got a ladder lane for Douglas. Shout out UAP. Lord Lee. Look at that old glass. See that oily look? That's old. I had a little kid sitting back here. He has a very questionable look on his face. Very inquisitive about his surroundings, as I think he should be. And got 1913 view of Dante Alley taken from Tunnel Street looking towards 6th Avenue in Hump District. Bricks are piled on the sidewalk waiting to be used in road construction. A huge advertisement for Eaton Company undertakers can be seen in the distance. Let's get a gander of that. Yes, Miss Virginia, it was a very deceitful world. It, you know, I just think people were real. Were people were good people back then, and they didn't ask such questions. They didn't question their surroundings. Um, they didn't have the resources we have either. They didn't have the internet. They couldn't, look all this stuff up. They didn't have access to these glass plate negatives. They didn't have. They knew what was in their town, and maybe some people traveled, but you know, what do you do when you travel? Are you out there asking? Are you looking like? Would you like it before you woke up? Would you be asking questions about your surroundings? No, you'd be, looking for your entertainment and your, a restaurant to go to, or a historic site to go visit or something. Like you're not. I don't know. People just didn't ask questions like this back then. They believed what they were told, and now we know they lie to us around every corner. I mean, you name something they don't lie about. I don't know. Like, name anything that they don't lie about. So now we know that. So now we're asking these questions. Those are going to be what the streets going to be paved over with. So I don't know. I don't know. Just older people I talk to, they don't talk about stuff like this. They were more concerned about, you know, real things like feeding their families and stuff. They in 1913 a view of improvements made to 2nd Avenue during Hump Cut removal project looking from Gas Street to Brewer Street. Hump Cut took place in the downtown area. Okay, yeah, we're about that. Yeah, la 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 la. Okay, there you go. So this here is interesting, and I should show you guys this. Um, so they come through here and they dig this out, right? But this is still here today. This on the left. Now they've put a retaining wall up here now, but look at all these stones in the side here of things that were here. But I bet these phone poles have been. This is after the Hump Cut. But anyways, the you can still see today. I'm wondering what this thing is. I bet I could find this on the map and figure it out. This is, look at that. It's got like this. Looks like a big tank that's rolling up and down on these rollers here. I don't know what it is. got me interested. But I bet it is. It'll be on the Sanborn Find map. But I'll have to go and do some looking. That'd just be something else that needs to be looked at. Tulet. That's so weird. So let me give you an. I think this is a good place to show you this, so that we know. I want you to, in your mind's eye, visualize this mound of dirt here, okay? And that this is after the hump cut. This is after they've leveled the street. They've cut it down, okay? And they're going to come in and they're going to put a retaining wall here. Now, I'm going to switch screens for a second. And let me I want to show you where that is today, so that you know. Bear with me. So that you know what that means. Like, it'll make more sense when I get it up here. Bear with old BEAGS. Okay, about got it right. Okay, so okay. Now, that area that we were just looking, 2nd Avenue, as you will see, well, you won't see, they renamed it, sorry. Okay, 4th Avenue, 3rd Avenue, 2nd Avenue. This is 1st Avenue. See that? Okay, so this is, okay, 2nd Avenue, but it's called Boulevard of Allies now. Okay, that's the road we were just looking at. And we were just on this road here, down here. So I'll try to drop down there. Maybe it'll drop down there. Sometimes I can get it dropped, sometimes I can't. Where'd it go? Okay, so maybe that one. Yes. Okay. So that picture was taken from in this area here somewhere. Okay. Don't know exactly where, but in this area, in this general area. You can still see it looks very similar to that time, but they have built a retaining wall up on this part. So let me drop down here, okay? And on this higher part, they have built a retaining wall. So, what I wanted to show you, this is the point that I'm making here. I know you're like, this motherfucker's going crazy. That's okay. What I wanted to show you here, and this is, I think, very interesting. Okay. Okay, Google, just any day now. Okay, so the Allegheny Courthouse and jail is right here. Okay, the anytime you're looking at the hump cut was pretty much centered around this area. Okay, so the hump cut was this area here. Okay, now if you roll it down, okay, and you look at it from the side, you can still see the top of the hump cut. This is where they started, right here. Okay, this is the level of the land. Now, if you just visually take it down, okay, you can see that when you come down the hill, it would have been up here. Okay, all this would have been covered in dirt. What I'm saying is, when they talk about the hump cut at the top was 60 feet, this is what they're talking about. This is the 60-foot area. Okay, this is it. This is the top of the hump cut. Okay, they never kept going, and that's a massive fucking hill. And I'm up here. It keeps going down. Okay, but I want you to understand that portion of that hill, Grant's Hill. This is Grant's Hill. Okay, this is what was called Grant's Hill. Okay, and it was all over this whole area here. Okay, it covered over this whole area, and it covered over this whole area. Okay, so I think when the mud came in, it came in from up here, and I tell you why it came. I think it came in from up here because over here, where I've been doing my research this week, in this area, all these homes that you see, all that this stuff that's left, all have mudflood windows. Okay, so I think this whole area was mud flood. I think the mud came from up here and came down, which actually goes with the flow, the angle of that dirt that we saw when they did the hump cut. So get back here. There is what we just looked at. So that's what it looked like in 1913. Does that make sense? Okay. So let's get back into it. I hope I'm making sense. I know this is so confusing. I'm not trying to be confused. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. Trying to make a very complicated thing as simple as I can. 1913, a view of improvements being made to Second Avenue during the hump removal project, looking from Ross Street to Tri Way. All right, 1913, huh? Let's get a gander at that. And here again, this is another image of that same area that we were looking at. That big retaining wall is right here. Okay, this is the retaining wall. This building is still there. Okay, they came through here and they did the hump cut. You can still see the level of the hump cut right here. Okay, at this time, so the hump cut went across here. But keep in mind, and this is also important, this is the third hump cut. This isn't the only hump cut. This is the third hump cut. They started at the top here and worked their way down. They cut it from here 60 feet high. Like in Jared Booster's video, he said 30 feet. It wasn't 30 feet. It was 60 feet originally. This is the original Grant's Hill. This is the original top of the hump. This is where they started. And this is where they ended in 1913. How's that rattle you? What do you think, buttercups? Buckle up, buttercups! Hey! It's crazy, I know. It's absolute. It's absolute lunacy. It really is. That's why this information is so important, because once you get it, once you grasp what happened here, it's fascinating. It really is. I think it wets my whistle as a mudflood researcher. Okay, it's like mudflood Viagra. What do you think of that? How you like that? That's what we'll compare it to. 1913, a view of improvements made to Second Avenue during the Hump removal project, looking from Raw Street to Tri Way. Wait, is that the one I just looked at? No. Wait, I think I just wait. Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right. There's a second picture. They went further. What they'll do is they'll take a second picture, a different. It's different. And it just got me because it was right beside it. So if you compare these two pictures, you'll see the differences. Look at that. They're putting these big blocks in between the Railroad ties there. That's so weird. It's so freaking weird. There's Boss Man right there. Grand Week, April 7th. Haunted house. Oh no. Look at the size of that door. That's a good 12-foot freaking door. That's just, there's no sense in that. Why you would build a door that big. It's crazy. That was not built for us. Might have been built for haha. I don't know. I don't know. Looks like they hadn't figured out how to use the tracks. These tracks are weird. I gotta admit, I've never seen tracks like this anywhere else. They are very different. They have this little lip, like a groove or something. I've just never seen this before. It's very different than normal tracks, and they're trolley tracks. So what's different about their trolleys that we don't know? So this is the original Grants Hill here, y'all. This is where we started. When they say 60 feet, they're talking about this sucker right here. This is the top. Now, I don't really know why they didn't continue, and that will be something that I'll have to look into. I'll have to study this area more. I have questions. I have questions. It's going to take more study. I can't figure it out all in one day. 19th. Oh, I gotta do my thing. Gotta get my doodadded. I got 1913, a view of Grant Street at 4th Avenue looking to 5th Avenue, showing Hump District progress near Smith Brothers Company, Franklin Printing Office. All right. Let's get a gander at that. Yes, but Shell Gibson is all about tracks and canals and grid system and all that. The only problem with that I have on Michelle Gibson is that she puts her grid on a ball, and I don't believe we're on a ball. So that grid that she follows around the world, I don't believe is accurate, for a simple fact that it's laid out on a globe, and I just don't. I don't live on a globe, but that's me. I told her that. I don't think she particularly thought that was whatever. I can't win for losing. All right. Just hauling that piece of wood around like it's nothing. Those are heavy too. I ain't gonna joke. That's about an 8 8 inch by 8 inch by 8 foot. Let me specify. That's a heavy, and that's old growth wood. That's a heavy son bitch. Danger, keep moving. Don't stop. Don't stop till you can't get there. Got an old fire escape there. Fire escape. Just got people just randomly walking around here. It's like Mudflood Winters right there. Park light. Some arches. Okie dokie. And look got 1913, a view of Cherry Way looking northwest from Oliver Avenue during the Hump removal project. Part of the Trinity Episcopal Church is visible. Wow. Look at that. Alrighty. Got a little one-legged Joe over here. Got some Mudflood winters right there. Tower of Power here. What's going on there? Ward's Tip Top Bread. And then bars on the windows. Got some ladder leans for Douglas. Ooh, some awnings. I love a good awning. Who don't love an awning? They really set off the building. I really do think. Guess look at that Ether finial right there. Ether cresting. Ether finials. Ether antennas. Free energy for all. We've got 1913 view of construction during Hump Cut Removal project along the south side of Diamond Street, looking east from near Cherry Way, showing the Diamond Restaurant. Let's get a gander at that. There's the Diamond Restaurant with its Mudflood windows. Who don't love a restaurant with Mudflood windows? Look at that. The Diamond Restaurant down in the basement. Because I like to eat in the basement. Look at these old windows with the oily look on the glass. That's old. That's old windows. This is something I've noticed in Pittsburgh a lot, is this detailing on the windows. You see that a lot. There's a Mudflood drop-in, dairy lunch. So you got stairs going down right there. This is a little gate that would open. They could walk down the stairs to get in what was ever down there. Might have been a speakeasy. I don't know. Old crystal windows, huh? Well. Oh, I believe those big trees. Yep, for sure. I do believe those big trees. Now, the question that I have is, how did those trees get cut down? Because they look like they were taken down with a chainsaw, but the size of the chainsaw would have to have been, or I mean, maybe it was a laser, but I mean, the cuts would have been absolutely perfect. So how was that done? I don't know. I think it's way above my pay grade. But maybe one day we'll find out. I think that the movie Avatar, I think they were just laughing at us with that one. 1913, a view of improvements being made to 2nd Avenue during the Hump removal project, looking west from Iron Alley. The Hump. Okay, where I read that. Righty. Okie dokie. Get you a gander at that. Take you Longhorn gander at that, y'all. There you go. There you go. Not sure what this contraption is. It's kind of weird looking. If you don't quit, you can put you in a burrito and have me a beagle burrito. Who doesn't love beagle burritos? Anybody else want a beagle burrito while I'm making them? There's Fred. Fred does not look happy right there. Fred looks like this shit has gone on long enough. I'm about tired of it. Y'all can kiss my ass. Look how pissed he is. Fred is pissed. Fred is tired of this shit. He's over it. He's tired of this hump cut crap. These crazy ass humans and they're moving shit and tearing shit and dragging shit and all this shit. Just tired of it. He's just ready to quit. All he wants is a freaking apple and it's pay. He's just over it. Arc light. There's a trolley coming down the road. Must be Bossa Man right there, way looking at us. Like he knows something. There's that contraption again. It's like this thing raises up and down like a tank. I don't know. I'll have to figure out what that is, because that'll guarantee be on that 1905 map, and I can find it. I can do it. Do it. Just do it. Do it. Do it. I love that. Do it. Do it. That shit cracked me up. 1912. Construction progress on Strawberry Way near Grant Street, looking to Pentland in an area known as the Hump District. All right. This is year one. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba. Looks like Fred back there. Tours fields. Look at that statue. It looks like well, I don't know if it's a statue or not. It looks like a statue on top of a building right there. I don't know if it is, but that's what it looks like. There might be ink blot in my mind and going crazy. I don't know. Either way, look at the facade here is falling off. That's odd. These first year pics are very strange. Very strange. A lot weirder than the second year pics, I think. Oh, penis cat boss man right there. Some arched windows right there. Beagle, get your tail out of my face, you weirdo. Oh, the Beagle daggone got a hold of my ink pen this week and damn tattooed himself. He has a damn ink. My dog has a daggone ink blot tattoo on his side now. Unbelievable. You see what I'm dealing with here? Unbelievable. 1913. A view of Grant Street from the corner of Fifth Avenue looking to the Allegheny Courthouse. The bracing used to shore up the building during the removal of the hump is visible. Sign reads, warning, do not stop blasting, keep moving. All right, we will definitely do that. So here, this might be, let's see here. Yes. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, earlier I was talking about how they removed how the architect of the Allegheny Courthouse said that he took the stone all the way down into the ground because he knew they would uncover it and it would be visible one day, right? And when they uncovered it, the stones were there just like he said, right here. And then they removed them. And then they put them back. But they were different stones. This is 100% proof that they did that right there. You see both right in one picture. You see it gone and you see it not gone right there. 100% proof. How you like them apples? You like them apples? Hello, Pacific Northwest. What's going on? You rolled a lumpia. All right, is that a special kind of joint? What are we rolling here? Puff, puff, pass, I think. Puff, puff, pass. Hey, we're going to take a break here in a minute. You just don't even start with me because you're ready to eat me some beagle meat. I love beagle meat. Beagle meat tastes good. Well, that's what they say. Everybody says it. Everybody say beagle meat tastes the best. Got a little plaque here. I don't know what that says. There's Bossa Man right there. Well, you just hold on for just like 2 seconds so we can look at the ladder lean right here. We're getting perfect evidence and blasting keep moving. Okay, fine. Good grief. Good grief. My goodness. You're so boisterous and nutty. Yeah. Okay. Let me we're going just 2 freaking seconds, you big mouth hound. Okay, we're gonna take a break, y'all, and let the hound dog go. He's about to piss his fur, I think. Poor thing. I guess that's what the problem is. I guess what all that hollering and hooting's about. So let me get something to watch, and we'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Have you ever heard about the Pittsburgh Hump Cut? For many years, during the early development of the inner city, an obstacle called Grants Hill rose between Diamond and 6th Street. The mound was an impediment to travel and growth along Grant Street. The city made 3 efforts to grade the land, in total shaving nearly 33 feet from the surface and leveling off the area. On May 26, 1836, a city ordinance was passed authorizing the initial grading of Grants Hill, familiarly known as the Hump. A cut of 10 feet in 5th Avenue, hill just east of Central City. In December of 1849, a second 7-foot cut was made into the hump. Finally, in 1912, work was begun to remove the hump for good. Extensive excavating was done between Diamond and 6th Streets, with the cut at Wiley Street, near the courthouse, running as deep as 16.3 feet. Grant Street and Oliver Street were both leveled. By 1914, the project was completed. It cost the city $800,000 and another $2,500,000 in property damages, but the results were worth the effort. Travel was simplified for all concerned, horses, trolleys, and vehicles and pedestrians. Although many buildings were damaged, repair work often left the structures looking better than before. Take, for instance, the Frick Building on Grant Street. The pillars along Grant Street once went to ground level, but they now rest several feet above ground level, and the entranceway is enlarged downwards to make up for the added space. This is but one example. Several buildings today show signs of alteration to bring their ground floors level with the streets. Some of the earth and stone from the hump was used to fill in a small offshoot of Panther Hollow, known as St. Pierre's Ravine, in the central portion of Pittsburgh's Oakland section. This new land became Schenley Plaza and includes the present site of the Henry Clay Frick Fine Arts Building, Library, and Auditorium of the University of Pittsburgh. Interestingly, when filling in St. Pierre's Ravine to create Schenley Plaza, a stone arch bridge, known as the Belfield Bridge crossing the ravine, was literally buried where it stood. I am inviting you to look back into the past at this incredible event in our history. In this video, I will be presenting a collection of 458 snapshots of glass plate negatives photographed in 1913 during the excavation of a hump district in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. These images, in my opinion, are evidence of the unearthing of a major American city from the last reset of our realm we call the Mudflood. Unfortunately, the University of Pittsburgh Digital Library Collections website does not provide a way to download these images in high resolution. I will be looking closely at these high-resolution glass plate negatives during my Sunday night live stream, MUDDIN and BEAGS Live. I start looking into this incredible event in episode 36 and continue the investigation as long as necessary to expose this incredible event in our nation's history. For now, get comfortable and enjoy the best mudflood evidence to date. Love, BEAGS.
watching through the frosted pane. Every cut, every stain. Can't unsee what I've seen. Breaking down in between. Morning light reveals the cracks in the walls where love turns black. Coffee cups and broken trust. All these races turn to dust. And I'm standing here with my hand pressed to the glass. Every tear, every fear. Watch the innocence just pass. Watching through the frosted pane. Every cut, every stain. Can't unsee what I've seen. Breaking down in between. Watching through the frosted pane. Every cut, every stain. Can't say what I've seen. Breaking down in between. Am I part of all this pain? Silent witness to the stain. Can't unsee what I've seen. Breaking down in between. Through the glass, through the glass. Watch it all just come to
All right, we're back. I wish I could hear how good my sound shit is. Sounds just, it just encapsulates you in thumping. Just, it's like a warm hug. It's so good. I love it. You want a biscuit? Okay. Let's get a biscuit. We'll have a biscuit. Miss Hippie like, he wants two biscuits. He wants 50. Ah! Help, Lord, help me. Lord, I'm getting attacked. Dang on. Nut. You slow your roll. You crazy. Lord have mercy. Broke the power washer Friday. They went to Lowe's and got a brand new stand-up electric power washer and also a gas-powered power washer. So I got a good one and a better one. Oh, I got a good one actually because I got a little tiny one. I got a good one and a better one and a best one. I'm about ready to power wash the shit out of something. Anyways, okay, so let me remove that and we'll add that and we'll get to that and we'll get over to here to do this and that and that and this and go to this one. Okay, here we go. We'll lock in, y'all. Buckle up, buttercups. Okay, here we go. Got 1912 Pentland Street showing the corner of Dante Alley and Webster Avenue in Hump District. Beagle, if you don't go play somewhere remotely away from me, like over in China, just go to China over there, China, go to Swahili over here, or just go play somewhere. Okay, there you go. Get your gander. Take your gander. Take all the time you need. Man, I'm gonna go in here. Look at all that. That's the hump right there. Look at that hump. My goodness. Got that door down here going below grade. What's going on with that? Got little Mudflood windows. Got the original grade up here. Got big stones going in. Wholesale groceries. All these bricks gone today. Where'd they go? You know, it's interesting. This is interesting. This reminded me the official story. We know we love the official story here. The official story says, that they took some of these, that they took the debris from the Hump cut and put it up, in this certain part of the city in this ravine, and it covered over this old world bridge, which I thought was interesting that they say is still there, which I think would be really cool to uncover, even though I think they put a building over top of it now. But then that doesn't account for any of the bricks of all the buildings that they demolished, that we've gone through and I've shown you that they demolished. So, we got a few more bricks to account for. I think we're going to have to, keep looking for those because I'm sorry, we're nowhere close to knowing where those bricks went. 1912 north side of Webster Avenue looking east from near Chatham Street in the Hump District. Hey, you and me going to go outside and one of us is going to come back. And which one do you think it's going to be? You think it's going to be the little short-legged fella, or you think it's going to be the long-legged son of a bitch that's got a big old doggone knuckle sandwich for you? Messing me. Shit. Keep messing me. You're going to F around and find out. You know what that means? You better get that cold nose away from me, you little knucklehead. Okay, so anyways, you want to show people your tattoo? Have you still got your tattoo? He got him a bath yesterday, so he might not have his tattoo. I don't know. I tried to scrub it off. He had my dog tattooed himself. I can't believe it. He's got this thing. I have to keep my little pens, okay? I put my pens, it's just a little ink pen. I keep my pen. I have to hide my pen. Anytime I want to write something, I got to go find my pen because I got to keep it high because little son of a bitch steals my pen every time it sits. He steals pens, he steals napkins, big into napkins. If you lay a napkin down, it's a goner. 2 seconds flat, he's got a napkin. I don't know what it is about napkins. He's got a thing about that. He just paper towels, napkins. He just thinks it's the funniest thing to tear it up. So, anyways, do. Yes, I'm talking shit about you. It's in love, baby. It's in love. I swear. It's just all about the love. It's all about the lovey and the lady. Yes, it is. I promise you. Okay. All right. That's a weird sign. Two arc lights hanging outside their place. Alrighty. Got this random little kid just playing in the work zone because, that's normal. Yeah, that's just, that's okay. No problem. No worries. Hakuna Matata. He'll be fine. Little Bobby. He only has a few dents on his head now. And got 1912 view of a temporary pedestrian bridge across Fifth Avenue in Hump District between Cherry Alley and Smithfield Street. The Acre Dairy Lunch is seen on the left while Hotel Henry is located on the right. Okay, well, let's go take a look at it. Let's get a gander at it. Who don't like a good gander? Bum, 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 bum. Oh, yeah. MUDDIN, he's a pickpocket, too. Like, he will, if you're not strategic, he will get in your pockets and pickpocket you. He's like Oliver Twist up in here. And he thinks it's the funniest thing. I don't know where he gets these ideas from, but he is definitely a pickpocket. Thinks it's hilarious. He don't want it. He wants you to know that he can get it. It's just his way. He's funny like that. Spiral staircase. And yeah, I think that's Kaufman's department store right there. I think. Yeah, that's Kaufman's. That's the original Kaufman's department store. So you can see how much detail. And there's not many pictures of this building. So these pictures are very interesting. I wish we had more. But that's not what it looks like today. They didn't tear the building down. They re-facaded the building. But what's weird is it still looks old world. There's a swastika, in case you need that, which is actually a very beautiful symbol. They tried to hide that. Look at these two, Tweedledee and Tweedledum over here. Buffet. Check that detail up there. Look at that building right there. There's the arcade building. I think that arcade building might be one of the first arcades in the country. I can't remember. It seems like I read that somewhere. Don't hold me to that. We'll hold haha to it. Somebody's got to take the hit. 1913, a view of Diamond Street between Grant Street and Ross Street, Hump District. The building on the left is the Allegheny Courthouse and Jail. On the right, Pittsburgh Academy is visible, while Red Box Printing and Manufacturing Company is seen in the background. Okay. All right, get you a gander at that. Everything on the right-hand side is gone. It's demolished. Except maybe this building here might still be here. That may be the morgue, and if it is, they moved it one block south, I think. Danger. So you like don't you like danger? Okay, see here, they've got the stones gone below the facade here. This is after I showed you earlier how they were there and then they took them off. There are pictures that show these there. So that the official story is debunked by, well, the evidence, plain and simple. I mean, these aren't bricks turning into stone like some people probably think. You know, these are a whole different thing. These are different. This is different monkey. Do. I don't know. Gotta poke a little fun at the meltologist. the they're the short bus riders of our community. They're so stupid. I've rarely seen such stupid people in my life. I mean, crackheads have more intelligence. I'm not even joking about that. Crackheads actually, if you people pick on crackheads, but crackheads are some of the most resourceful people you'll ever meet. They are very, very resourceful. There is nothing going to stop a crackhead from getting their crack. Like, they will figure it out. They'll wake up in the morning with nothing. By the end of the day, they got the crack. It's going to happen somehow, some way. Da, 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 da. 1913, a view of Diamond Street under construction between Grant Street and Scrip Alley in the Hump District. Several signs are in danger, warn pedestrians away from the area. Danger! You hear about the crackheads. I'm serious. I'm not even joking. I mean, yes, crackheads are idiots. Yes, but they're also very. They have this incredible resourcefulness that is absolutely unchallenged. That they, you want something. If you want, like, let's just have an example. Let's say you had a trailer house and you needed that trailer house cleared out, right? You go to a crackhead and you say, you can clear out this trailer house today, and I need you to clear out this trailer house today, and you can have everything in it. And by the end of the day, that trailer house will be cleaned out. And by the end of the day, they'll be smoking their dope. It's incredible. They are so resourceful. And they do it for nothing, like pennies, absolute pennies, but they will do it. It's really quite fascinating. They get a bad rap. I mean, they should get a bad rap, but I mean, they really get a bad rap compared to what they actually do. They're incredibly resourceful people for being such, crackheads. It's amazing. I don't know how to say it any better, but I think this is the Frick building. Not 100% positive. I don't have my orientation here. But this would be a area way here. Got me sidetracked on crackheads. Now meth heads, I can't stand it in meth head. They're dangerous. 1913, a view of Kenny Building located in the corner of 6th Avenue and Grant Street in the Hump District. Building's occupants include the Undertaker, a moving company, and an employment agency. See, a crackhead you can trust to be a crackhead. You know they're going to steal your shit if you don't tie it down. Okay, that's what they're going to do. Okay, you know they're going to do it. Matter of fact, they'll steal. You don't tie your shit, they'll steal it, and then you say, "Did you steal my shit?" And they won't deny it. They know you got them, and they don't care. But they're a crackhead. You know they did it. They know they did it. They don't care. Now a meth head, you don't know if they're gonna be okay, or if the next second they're going to be stabbing you with a pair of scissors, or if they're going to be setting, the house on fire, or if they're going to be, you know, trying to solve world hunger. You don't know. Like, they're so unpredictable, they're dangerous. Check out this arch underneath this building here. This is the original Hump level where you see the plank, the boardwalk that they built, okay? And you got a big old arch underneath the building right here. You see the brick going across there. Looks like they're trying to shore it up, and they're probably going to lower this building because they've got the iron I-beams under there. That's how they lower the buildings. Look at that Fred right there. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Is that a Canthus leaves? Look at that detailing right there. There's a circumpunct, the original symbol for the creator. Taurus field. That's really cool right there. I like that. Look at all that detailing there. What a neat building. Undertakers. That eagle representing the phoenix. Well, phoenix. Don't you like danger? There's boss man, I guess. I don't know. Ooh, look at that on it. They're shoring the facade up right there. That's a neat picture to me. There's a lot going on there. I wish I could brighten this up and see what's under there. But no, I can't download these pictures. If I could ever download these pictures, that'd probably be dangerous. But I like danger. So I sealed the outdoor kitchen slate stone top this week. I don't know how many coats on it of high gloss sealer, but I'd add a coat, and the boss man would take a look at it. He'd go, add another coat. I'd do another coat, add another coat, add to another coat. I'm like getting like, come on, man. Golly. I don't know how many coats I put on that damn bar. And this is not a little bar, outdoor bar. This is like, it's 3 islands worth of, and it's got all the, it's a pain in the ass with a little roller. Oh my God. Anyways, it wasn't that bad. Kept me off the streets. I got that done. Anyways, it looks good now. It's shiny. I'll take a picture of it. I didn't get a picture of it. I'll take a picture of it. I don't know if I read my thingy. Did I read my thingy? I don't think I read my thingy. 1913 offices of Dr. F. Sunseri, located northeast corner of Chatham Street and Webster Avenue in the Hump District. 2 men are watching from street level while a boy hangs on the railings of the steps leading to Dr. Sunseri's front porch. Okay. Glad we got that out of the way. So they're going to lower this building down. Oh, there's the little boy. Okay. Look at all that dirt. That's not even the bottom. That's not even the ground. You can see these guys are still standing. They cut off. Oh, look at awning just out there hanging out. I love a good awning. Who doesn't love a good awning? Ordered some sunshades this week for the outdoor kitchen. That should be help with the sun coming in. Oh, that's kind of coming together, I'd say. 1913, a view of Wiley Avenue between 6th Avenue and Tunnel Street in the Hump District. Outdoor restaurant menu on the right shows evidence of the immigrant population in Pittsburgh, including English beef stew, German pot roast, and Italian spaghetti. Also visible in the shot are men working on the road, a grocery store, a drugstore, cafe, and a bar. All right. Well, looks like that. Okay, here we go. Make sure Siggy's behaving himself. Bum, 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 bum. Make sure Miss Virginia's behaving herself. Make sure Miss Hippie's behaving herself. All right. Now we're going a little bit late tonight, but that's all right. I was running late today. Sorry about that, folks. Could not be helped. Got to do what we got to do. I finished a project today that I started 13 years ago. It took me 30. I was thinking about it today. I was like, damn, I started this 13 years ago. I did it. It was a project I was, I don't know what, I really don't know why. We just didn't, I just didn't finish. I don't know. And golly, I've had the stuff sitting around for 13 years waiting to do it. I finally did it today. I don't know why. Why does it take? I don't know. Good grief, 13 years. Damn, I'm slow. But I remember when I built. I remember when I built. It's part of a deck that I just didn't finish that out. I don't know. Anyways, 13 years. Got that done. Oh, look at him on it. Love a good ornament. Who doesn't love a good ornament? Bum 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 bum. I don't. I'm not a fan of methods. I am. I have. I had a real bad experience. I got a job building decks, and um, I didn't know the guy I was building for. He was just the absolute off his damn rocker, but I didn't know he was on meth. Um, I had never experienced that before, and he just got worse and worse and worse. And it was I only worked for him for like 6 months, but by the end of the 6 months, I literally told the man he owed me thousands of dollars. I said, "Keep the fucking money. Don't ever come back." I literally told the guy to leave my wife. Like that's how bad it was. But it was daily putting my life in danger. And I was like, "Yep, there ain't no money in the world worth this." And so I told him to kick rocks and I just left the money on the table. I was that ready to get rid of the guy. He was that bad. So that's the short version of the story. But it was a very scary situation. And so, anyways, I'm glad I left that situation because that was not pleasant. Whew, 1913, east side of Grant Street Road construction, Hump District, showing various business, including the office of Dr. J.F. Moy, who boasts hours of 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. The Hump, okay, where is it? All right. Let's get a ganders at that. Do, 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 do. Mm. Hello, Mars boy. You heading out? Budweiser's. Didn't China buy Budweiser? Like how unlike cool is that? Mm, quite big arches. Such amazing details. Look at that. Gorgeous. You know, it's funny. People that don't understand this stuff, they look at that and it just looks like old buildings. It looks like junk, run down junk to them, and they don't see the beauty in that. If you cut through all that dirt right there, man, absolutely amazing. So this, we're not going to do this tonight, but this is the book they're talking about, and there are several versions, it seems, but there is information about the hump cut in this book. Pittsburgh main thoroughfares and downtown district improvements necessary to meet the city's present and future needs. A report. Frederick Law Olmsted, 1870 to 1957. This is in 1911. So this is right before the hump cut. So that's something we will be looking at down the road. But like I said, we're going to have a hump cut break after next week, and go back to our old ways. So that Sig doesn't throw me in the pond, because I think he's pretty much ready to do that. Let's not have that, because I don't know if I can, swim. No, I can swim, but he might tie bricks to my feet. I know how them New Yorkers do. They roll like that. You never know. You gotta watch your 20 on them. Never know about them old New Yorkers. I tell you, they know how to sleep you with the fishes. So I'm gonna cover my ass and make sure we look at some other stuff besides hump cut for a little bit. Road paving slows up traffic on Grant Street from 4th Avenue to 3rd Avenue. Several cafes, restaurants, loan officers visible along the street. Well, it's like that. Mm-hmm. All right. Take a look at the old world. See what we got going on here. Bum, 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 bum. See, he says he stuffs his own blue cheese olives. What, pray tell, the fuck are you talking about? Vodka made from wheat, potatoes, etc. Stuff my own blue cheese olives. Blue cheese olives. What in the hell is that? I ain't never in my life heard nothing like that. What is it? What is that? Is that a horse over? What is that? What are you talking about, man? I cannot stand it when men wear their pants like this. They look like they're wearing waders, like they're going fishing or something. Hell, I can't stand them. Wouldn't catch me dead wearing that. Got other video up there. Boom, 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 boom. Look at the mountain back there in the background. All these Freds lined up. This is how they brought all the bricks in, these little wagons right here. All the bricks got hauled in on Fred. Poor Fred. He did all this work. I still ain't seen a donkey. I'm always looking for a donkey. Never have quite seen me a donkey, but I'm still looking. The ever going search continues. We will find a donkey eventually. Don't you worry. Oh, I gotta read my thing. 1912 view Grant Street from Tunnel Avenue to Webster Avenue. Aight. Ooh, that was interesting. And there you got that sign up. I have better versions that you can read that sign better. Old wallpaper. So you're talking about those tapestries, a point that needs to be made is that like every single thing that is made back in this time frame was made quality. They didn't make junk. Okay, it takes time to make quality. Okay, it's not mass produced crap like we do today. So every single thing you see took more time than it would today. Making a brick took more time. Making a telephone pole took more time. Everything. Making this chimney cat doodad thing took more time. Making wallpaper took more time. Everything took more time. Just making a window, because today we put, either steel or a wood header or a stone header, but back then they did the arches, and that took more time. It took more time. So yes, like you were saying that there's no way we can make the tapestries. Well, it's the same thing with everything. Everything took more time. Everything. There's no time to do all the stuff they say we did. There's no time. There's not just time on the clock. Now these drawings are going to be important for the researchers, which I'm considering you all researchers. Basically, that's a hint for y'all to get busy and do some research. Okay, 1912, plans for gradient changes to Tunnel Street and O'Neill Alley. Okay, and so these are architectural plans for the Hump Cut. You see it says here, City of Pittsburgh Department of Public Works, Bureau of Construction, improvements of street, Hump District, Tunnel Street, and O'Neill Alley. And this is 1912. And this is done by the same people that made the Hump Cut map that I personally own. So, it's pretty cool. I wish I had these, but these are, let's see how I can explain these. These are a little bit confusing to understand, but once you understand them, they're very interesting. Okay, so I'm going to try to explain these, and hopefully it'll make a little bit of sense. Okay, so what we have here on top is a view looking down on Tunnel Street. Okay, this is Tunnel Street. This is Dante Alley. This is Webster, and this is Wiley. And then if you go over here, you've got O'Neill Alley. And this is 7th Avenue, and this is Strawberry Way. Okay. Now, the lines here represent that they're going to dig them out. That's what the lines mean. Okay. Lines mean dig. Okay. And so this is looking down, and then it shows the sewer pipe. I guess this is the layout of the sewers they're going to do. Okay. Now, what's really, really interesting to me is the bottom. This is a side view. And it says present surface. Okay. And then it says proposed grade. Okay. These squares here and rectangles, these outlines here are the buildings. Okay. And what's up here is above ground. See, this is present surface. This is before the hump cut. So this is the street. This is the level of the dirt before the hump cut. This is the proposed grade that they're going to dig out. And you see in this dig out, they still got buildings below grade. They got buildings that are going to be hanging in the air, but then we also know they lowered buildings. And also remember that they demolished from my research so far, they demolished 97.5% of the buildings in the Hump district. Okay, and this is O'Neill Alley. Okay, and this is the grade of that. So you got proposed grade, present surface, and it looks like, so this is the present surface here. It looks like to me that they were raising this grade slightly, probably to join with the roads on the end, would be my guess. But then look at this building underneath. That's a building. That outline right there is a building. So, there might be more information in here that's helpful, but that is the basic gist of that. Now, I don't know if that made any sense, but I don't know if I could make that any clearer. It is complicated. I do understand. But if you're, looking to do some serious research into that, into this stuff, that is going to be something you're going to want to get your claws into. So we got 1912 plans for the gradient changes and building demolition on Grant Street and Webster Avenue. Okay, so let's go here, and again, this is what we're looking at, and so we got Grant Boulevard here down the middle, Webster right here, Dante Alley, Pentland Street, there's Tunnel Street, 7th Avenue. Okay, look, it says buildings to be removed. Buildings to be removed. Buildings between these lines to be removed. And you see there's outlines of buildings right there. See that? And see how the line is pointing to them? I know this is complicated, but buildings between these lines to be removed. You see the outlines of the building right there? Buildings between these lines to be removed. There's some buildings right there. And this is the side view. Proposed grade here. Present surface is what's the shaded area. So this here, I don't exactly understand that, but that's what they say was there. And they were there, so they would know better. But you can see the buildings underground, at before the cut, and then after the cut they're much less underground. You still got buildings underground here. What we got here, wood block paving ordinates for the roadway Grant Boulevard. I'm not sure. That's French to me. I don't know what that building line, curb line. Building line, curb line, 40 feet. So there's a building, sidewalk, 40 feet, sidewalk, building. And then I don't know what these math numbers are. So I don't know. That's above my pay grade there. Interesting, but I don't know. All right. And this is 1912. Plans for improvements on to Grant Street. All right. we got Grant Street, and let's get a look at that. And you got the overhead look here. Grant Street going down the middle, 4th Avenue here, 3rd Avenue here, 2nd Avenue here. Got the sewer pipe laid in. And if you don't hear, there's lines, that's hump cut. Anytime you see lines, that's the hump cut. And then this is the side view. Present surface on WC line. Not sure what WC line means. 20-inch TC sewer pipe. So I think what this means is that this right here is what they're going to cut in the hump in this section. It's got present surface and then it's scratched out. And this, I guess this area here is staying the same, but they're looking at the sewer pipe. And then over here, I don't know, that's Swahili to me. I don't know. Not sure what that means. Okay. I don't know all this stuff means, y'all. I just tell you what I can tell you. 1912 plans for gradient changes and other street improvements on Grant Street. Okay, let you get a gander at that. All right. Hump District, Grant Street. This is a side profile of a street. This is a sidewalk. This is the street. This is a sidewalk. Gas pipe. Bureau of Electricity, 2 ducts. Oh. I bet you dollars to donuts. That's those weird pipes that I've been wondering about. Those square, like where it had multiple tubes. I bet that's electrical. Postal Telephone Company, 2 ducts. So you got telephone going in, electrical going in, sewer, water, 2 duct conduit, ACL company. I wonder what that is. Gas pipe. They got 3 different gas companies. Well, that's stupid. You know they consolidated that later. You know how they do. Approximate location of substructures. Wow, this is good stuff. Like, somebody really wants to get into this stuff. They're really going to really enjoy this. Got Grant Street running down the middle. Everything that's got lines is hump cut. There's the new trolley line they're going to do. I guess catch basin is the sewer catch basin. Got the new sewer pipe map. Diamond Street, 5th Avenue. And then here's the side view. Present surface level, everything with the lines is the hump cut that's being removed. Proposed grade, so you see how much flatter it is. And you can see these buildings will have to be lowered here. And this building will have to be lowered here. And there's buildings that go way deeper. See, this would be interesting to look up. What are these buildings? Look how deep that goes. If you got scales like numbers, you could probably figure out how deep that goes by these numbers. It's going to take a smarter Eskimo than me, but and see, here's more buildings. I know this looks weird, y'all, but this is like high tech, like like the real deal. Like, if you know how to read this stuff, there's a lot of information here. That right there is Russian to me. I don't know. I can't read that. I don't know what that means. It means something. It's important, I'm sure. 1912. Plans for gradient changes, building demolition, and other various street improvements on Grant Street. Let's get a gander at that. And we got the Hump District, Grant Street, Strawberry Way, Grant Street. Not really sure what I'm looking at. It looks like, if I had to guess, there's sewer calculations for drop. I don't know. I'm guessing. Because you got to have drop to your sewer to keep the you got to keep the stuff flowing. You know what I'm saying? So, buildings between these lines to be removed. Grant, Strawberry Way. The lines mean hump cut. Webster. Buildings between these lines to be removed. Oliver. And present surface. Proposed grade. So everything that these lines here is what they're cutting out. And then you can see the buildings both above ground and below ground. So all these would have to be dropped down. And then we got something here. Gas pipe, conduits, telephone. More gas companies. 20-inch gas line. That's big. That's really big. What the fuck? 10-inch gas line? What do you like? That's odd. Substructures. Why do you need a 20-inch gas line? I don't understand that. It's so big. That is very. That's weird. 1912 plans for gradient change to build various street improvements on Wiley Avenue. Okay. Let's get a gander at that. Let's see. Saying what blows my mind is they dug up all the train tracks, so they always knew how deep the mud was. Yeah, I mean, I think they knew how deep it was. Question is, how did they know? Like, did they have plans that they were? It makes me wonder if, like, one day somebody's gonna go into an archive somewhere and find city plans that shows all this stuff. Wiley Avenue. The lines represent. Excuse me, the hump cut. Getting tired, y'all. All right, and so we got present surface here. God, look, I mean, that is just incredible. And then proposed surface grade. Look, just think about this. I don't even know. This would be an excellent thing to go look into right here, because, I mean, what they're showing me here is that this is really interesting. Okay, this is a exercise in mind fuckery. Okay, so If this is the present surface level in 1912, these are the buildings. Okay. These lines represent what they dug out. Look how much of the buildings is exposed compared to how much is not exposed. Now, add in the fact that this is not the first hump cut, that this is the third hump cut. There's no way that these were not covered over in the past. I don't know. This section right here really needs to be looked at very closely. I'd like to see the photographic evidence compared to what this is. Got the yawns going. 1912, plans for gradient changes in building demolition on Webster Avenue. All right. Get a gander at that. District, Webster Avenue. So you got the lines representing the hump, Tunnel Street, buildings between these lines to be removed. So a lot of the buildings, this is proof positive that they planned on getting rid of a lot of the buildings from the get-go. So a lot of those buildings we see that were demolished very purposely. Buildings between these lines to be removed. This is some sewer fuckery I can't even explain. I don't know what the hell's going on there. Okay, so we got present surface, and then we got proposed grade, and everything with the lines is what they dug out. And you can see the buildings, you know, what was above and what was below. They had to have more information, haha. They had to know more before they started this. They had to. There's no way they couldn't have had. I don't think. Maybe they could have. I don't think they could have. I just don't think they could have had enough information to do this operation properly without knowing what was under that dirt. Somehow, some way. 1912 plans for gradient changes in building demolition on Webster Avenue. It's absolutely incredible. Hump District, Webster Avenue. We got Webster, Chatham, 7th there. Everything with the lines is what was hump cutted. Grant Boulevard, between these lines be removed. There's some of that crazy sewer stuff. I don't understand any of that. Present surface. Right here. Excuse me. So you got a lot of dirt there. I'm not sure what these numbers here represent. 85.39 WC. I don't know what that means. Somebody knows what that means, though. Haha knows what that means. He won't tell us, but he knows. Don't let him fool you. Okay, so I think that is enough of that for 1 week. Now, we will finish next week going through the pictures. So we got 1 more week of this, y'all. And I really appreciate y'all hanging in with me going through these 458 glass plate negatives of the Pittsburgh hump cut. I really appreciate it. But we're almost through it, and then we'll take a nice little break and go back to our original programming, and we'll go doing some mudding, which I know you guys love to do, and we will cool our brakes for a little while. Now, that doesn't mean we're done. Oh no, oh no, there will be more. There will be mud. We will be coming back to Pittsburgh, but I want to break, and I think y'all probably want to break too. I know Sig wants to break. Sig pretty much told me he was going to throw me in the pond if I didn't. So he's going to let me do one more week. I think he might throw me in the pond. I don't know. I'm taking a chance here. I'm rolling the dice. I like danger. Okay, so we're going to do it one more week, and we're going to get through the what are known as the hump cut glass plate negatives, and then we'll take a break, go mudding for a little while. Don't know how long, and we will come back to Pittsburgh and look at it from different angles. But we will be done next week with the glass plate negatives, and I'm sure Siggy is going to be happy about that. So, I've been enjoying this. It's a lot. It's a lot, y'all. But this is a gold mine of evidence. Mud ain't pretty. It's grimy, it's dirty, it's hard to dig. It ain't pretty. It's hard work. And it's not always looking at beautiful buildings. Sometimes you got to get in there and get your boots dirty. So we'll finish up next week, and I hope you all have a wonderful week, and be good to each other, be good to your friends, be good to your family, and kick a globalist in the nuts. Love, BEAGS.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.
It's a mystery! It's a mystery wrapped in a riddle inside an enigma! Don't you get it?
Say woof again! Say woof again!
I've got one that can see.
Welcome to the underground.
This is my kung fu, and it is strong.
See you later.